Often we want to be surrounded by people, seeking friends and relationships that bring us joy and good experiences. However, we often fail to notice that among these people, there are those who are actually bad company and who, in one way or another, end up harming our lives. The reality is that a significant portion of these people are just waiting for an opportunity to take advantage, even if they don't realize their behavior negatively affects us. And believe me, the circle of people around us has a huge impact on our personality, our choices, and the way we lead our lives. Therefore, knowing how to choose the people we spend time with is essential, and it's healthy to do a cleanup of friendships and connections from time to time. Distancing yourself from certain people can be a necessary step to protect your peace, your growth, and even your mental health. In this video, I'll introduce you to 7 types of people you should distance yourself from as soon as possible to maintain a more positive and healthy environment around you. The first type of person to avoid is the critics. You can be sure that no matter how hard you try and how dedicated you are, critics will always find something to point out. This type of person sees only the negative side of situations and spares no effort to point out mistakes, even when you do something well. Often, this critical attitude may stem from personal frustrations, feelings of failure, or even low self-esteem, which causes these individuals to feel the need to criticize others to feel better about themselves. They want you to doubt your abilities, undermining your self-confidence and discouraging you. Being around critics makes you question your worth and, little by little, abandon your goals, which may satisfy the unconscious desire of these people to see others fail. The second type of person to avoid is the liars. The foundation of any healthy relationship is trust, but trusting a person who lies constantly is impossible. Lying people usually have a deceitful nature, and to achieve their own interests, they invent stories and create false realities without any remorse. For these people, lies have no limits, and often they harm those around them without any consideration. Being around liars almost guarantees you'll be negatively affected, whether through confusion or problems caused by these people's lies. Moreover, small lies are only the beginning. Over time, lies grow larger, potentially causing irreparable damage. As William Shakespeare once said, "Little lies make the big liar." Another type of person it's best to keep away from is the pessimists. Pessimistic people have a distorted view of the world, where everything tends toward failure. For them, any situation is a reason for concern, and there is always a more visible negative side than a positive one. Faced with challenges, pessimists do not seek solutions. Instead, they prefer to complain and grumble. These people have a defeatist view, and by being around them, you run the risk of absorbing this negativity. No matter how much you try to show a different perspective, they rarely change their mind, and this makes your environment heavy and draining. It's common for people who spend time with pessimists to feel constant fatigue and even find themselves influenced to adopt the same negative perspective, which can be dangerous for your mental health. The fourth type is the narcissists. Narcissists see the world as a stage where they are the protagonists, and the people around them are just there to applaud and feed their ego. For them, no one is good enough, and everything revolves around their desires. For this reason, they end up creating a competitive atmosphere where they always try to prove they are better than others. Living with a narcissist means constantly trying to meet the expectations of someone who is never satisfied. These individuals are highly toxic, as they are easily threatened. And when this happens, they do not hesitate to manipulate and belittle others around them to feel superior. The fifth type of person to avoid is the gossipers. Like liars, gossipers are also untrustworthy, as they spread distorted information and often create false rumors. Gossip is usually accompanied by envy or dissatisfaction, and gossipers commonly try to tarnish the image of those who, for some reason, provoke these feelings in them. Gossiping people tend to be manipulative, and you're unlikely to know whose side they're really on. They seize any detail to create a negative narrative and share it with anyone willing to listen. Being around such a person can harm your reputation and your peace, as it's hard to know what's really true. The sixth type is the manipulators. Distancing yourself from a manipulator can be challenging, as we often create an emotional bond that makes it difficult to see the manipulation. Manipulators use psychological tactics to keep people in a cycle of guilt and responsibility for their failures. It's common to hear phrases like, "If you had helped me, it would have worked out," or "You forced me to do this." This type of person makes you feel guilty, and even when you know you're not responsible, you end up taking on the weight of the manipulator's mistakes. Keeping someone like this in your life can be extremely draining and deeply affect your self-esteem and your view of your relationships. Finally, we have the envious. Envy is a harmful feeling, both for the person feeling it and for the target of it. An envious person is never content with what they have and constantly watches what others have to try to surpass them. This type of person is capable of copying your tastes, your style, your way of being, and even your achievements. They want to be better at everything, even competing for the attention of the people close to you. Having an envious person around is a risk, as they may try to undermine your success and peace to feel better. These individuals have a constant need for competition and will do whatever it takes to stand out, even if it means harming those nearby. I hope you enjoyed these tips and that you can reflect on the people around you. Maintaining a healthy and positive environment starts with the careful selection of who you allow to be by your side. Thank you very much for staying until the end, and I'll see you in the next video.